Good morning, students. In the Front End Design Tools VB.NET lecture series, today we will discuss a very important topic of the object-oriented programming language, that is the class and object. You know, class is a blueprint in the and ob- object. The class is the blueprint. Class in the runtime, the object which takes space in memory, and class is this which contains, which encapsulates the things. So let's see that programs are complex. A class is one part of a program. Class is a self-contained. When we modify a class, other parts of the programs are not affected. It is a very important thing that when you are, whatever you are doing with a one class, the other part of the programs are not affected. Classes are essential building blocks. A, a class is a reference type. It is allocated on the managed heap. Class is allocated on managed heap. You can say that we are storing or keeping the class in a managed heap. The class can have functions, it has sub procedures and data members. Basically, the class is having data members and member function or sub. So a program now in VB.NET may also contain modules and namespaces, but the class is the core unit. Things like strings and lists are special classes which is having some on their property. Every class, as we have discussed, that class is having data member and member function or method. To create methods by coding public procedures within a class. Methods declared with the private keywords are available only within the class. If we are defining the, so actually we should define a method by public, and whatever the data we are giving or the member functions we are providing in the class, they should be given in private, so that they can be accessible with the the method of that particular class only. So the methods declared with the private keyword are available only within the class. Okay, methods declared with the public keywords are available to external objects also. So if you have declared a method public, it will be available only within that particular class, or if you declare a method as public, it will be available to the external object of that. You can design your own class. So first of all, you will analyze characteristics needed by new objects. Characteristics or properties are defined as variable. Define the properties as variable in the class module. Whatever the variable, all the properties we are saying that member variable we can say. So is this variable in the class module. So analyze behavior needed by new objects. Behaviors are methods. We can say, in a class is made up of two things. One is called the attribute, another is called behavior. Attribute means, the variables you are, declaring, and the behavior means it is the function. So define behaviors are, you can say the behaviors are methods. So define the methods as sub procedures or functions. So creating properties in a class, so defining, or you can say the defining variable inside the class module by declaring them as private. You should, remember this thing. Whenever you are declaring member variable in a class, you should declare them private. Because since the private variable are accessible only by the method of that particular class only. Do not make public. If you will make public, that would violate the encapsulation. Encapsulation is the mechanism by which a class and objects are bound together. Mean to say, so encapsulation is the mechanism by which the member functions and the methods are bind together into a single entity that's called object. So each object should be in charge of its own data. So we should try, do not make public because that would violate the encapsulation rule. Now the uh, properties in a class are accessed with access or method in a property procedure. Name used for property procedure is the name of the property seen by the outside world. We can use, get and set methods, or you can say get and set statement. Set statement uses value keyword to refer to incoming value for property, assigns a value to the property get when you want to get that thing. So get statement to retrieve, set will for the incoming value, and get statement retrieve a property value. It must assign a return value. Get statement must assign a return value to the procedure name. So whenever you are using get, you should use return. Okay. Now, let's see in the general form of a class, private class variable as data types. Okay, so these are the class variables. Since these are the class variables, we are declaring them private. Now, public property name as data type. Mean to say you are making the function that is the public function. Get get return class variable property name equals to class and get. This is one get method. Now you can set by value. See in this VB.NET, actually somehow if you are familiar with Visual Basic, then this syntax will be familiar to you. Otherwise, it looks might some different to you. So you will use set by value for when you are uh, taking the function by with value and by reference. It is by value you use when we are using the value as data type. Statements such as validation class variable equals to value and set. In this set you are setting and get you are getting. Now you will end the property. Now this class example. Now we will see program that is the example class. So in this program introduce an example class. In this class we have a private field of type integer. We also have a constructor which is called the new sub value. Finally we have the value function. There is one value function which returns an expression based on a field. It is public, so we can call from main method also. What is the step one? In the main sub, control flow begins. Actually the control begins from the main sub. So we create an instance of the example class. An example now exists on the managed heap. We In the second step we access the example instance called x and invoke the value function. This returns true and we print the result. Let's see. See, this is the class example. Private underscore value. We have taken the variable name is underscore value. This is fair to take like this underscore value as integer. So underscore value is a private variable we have defined, which is a type of integer. Now public sub new is a you can say we are having a constructor underscore value equals to, now we are initializing the value of this and sub. Now we are taking a function which is a public function value as integer. Now we are taking a value function which is of integer type, and what this function is doing, the function is underscore return into, say what value it will return, it will return underscore value multiplied by 2. So if the underscore value is here, we are constructing the value is equals to 2 and we are multiplying 2 by 2, so it will be 4. Mean to say it will return the value of the 4. Here the AND function. In VB, whenever you are declaring like public sub new, then you will have to do AND sub. public function, then you will have to do end function. This is class, so you will have to do end class. Okay. Now this is in this module 1 sub main. The program execution will begin from the main. Now step 1, create a new instance of the example class. Dim x. X is a variable we have as example. We are creating a class variable like this, example equals to new example. Here we are creating with the help of new. This is now we are constructing with the help of the new keyword. Step 2, call value function on the example. Now console.writeLine x dot x is an object. So this x is a variable of example. X dot value is the function. So now this value, so now x dot value, so value function you will see this value is return underscore value into 2, and here you have seen the value of that just a second, and the value is 2 into 2, that is 4. So the output of this program will be 4. Now there is one thing that is called the me qualifier. So with the me qualifier, we specify a member directly on the current instance of the class. If the class is derived, any further derived classes are ignored. Info with me, we can qualify whether we mean to indicate a local variable or a member on the current class. Here we use me dot species to reference the field on the word class. The variable species is the parameters to the new curve. Let's see. Let's see one me qualifier. This is the class bird, private species as integer, species as integer. Okay. Now public sub new by value species as integer. Okay. Now print me and not me variables. Console dot write line me variable. See 0 oblique 1. 0 will be in the first instance and 1 will be the second. Me dot species and species. So the me qualification makes it clear we are assigning a field me dot species equals to species and sub and class. So this me with this we specify member directly to the current instance of the class. So me will focus to the current instance of the class. Now see this main module 1 sub main. Here main from main the function the program will begin. Dim bird equals to new bird 10, and sub end module output 0 by 10. So here 0 by 10. Okay, in the first it is 0, and this now we have assigning 10, so it will be 10. Now the object, as you know, this object is the runtime entity. Object is the runtime entity. This is consist of one or more data values which define the state of or properties of the object, which is encapsulated by a set of function of method. You can see this in object this fulfills the property of the encapsulation. Encapsulation, as I have told you, is the mechanism which binds data and function together into a single entity. In this figure, you can say there is a data and there may be different methods. There are data and there may be different methods, and these data and methods are bind together. So that is actually called encapsulation. So see the object fulfills the property of the encapsulation, which is the property of the OOPS. So encapsulated by a set of function methods that can be applied to that object. So this is all about class and object. We can further explore this. And here I will now we can see one example of this instantiating an object. Creating a new object based on a class. Create an instance of the class by using the new keyword. So dim Arial font as fonts. Arial font will be a variable of type class font. So Arial font is an object of class font. New font Arial 12. Similarly, message label dot font equals to Arial font. Here we are assigning, or message label dot font equals to new font Arial 12. In this way, you can define the object. So here I will stop. Thank you for your patience listening. In the next class, we will discuss access specifier and uh, inheritance. So, thank you. Here I will